I've been practicing law in Massachusetts since 2010, and I have filed all kinds of motions and petitions and complaints in all sorts of courts: criminal court, civil court, probate and family court, housing court, etc. I still, to this day, when I'm preparing a document to submit to the court, I don't know whether it's going to be read by the court or not. And if it is read, I don't know to what extent it will be read. If it will just be glanced at or skimmed over, or if it will actually be considered in its entirety. So this is one of the sad realities of practicing law. When you're a new lawyer, in your mind, you think the judge is going to sit down and read every word of what you have to say and be blown away and persuaded. But after a few years, you realize the judge probably hasn't even, given your motion 2 minutes of his time. I can remember, to give one extreme example, I had a case that went on for years. One judge had jurisdiction over the case, and I don't know how many motions were filed. In one hearing, he told me and the other lawyer, he said, "Gentlemen, I have to be honest, I haven't read one word of any of this stuff," meaning the pleadings that we had spent God knows how many hours working on and submitting. He hadn't even looked at it. And I can remember in the hearings, he would have the paperwork in front of him, and at no point would his eyes come from the lawyers down to the paper to look and see what was there. Right? So it's just a reality. I do think judges, when it comes down to it and they have to read your filing, they will do it. But a large amount of what you prepare and what you submit to the court is not going to be read. Certainly not read in its entirety. I think at best the judge is going to look at the title of the motion, see what the motion is about, maybe skim a few pages of it, and then rely heavily on what's said during the oral argument to make his or her decision. So with that in mind, I try to keep my filings brief in hopes that the judge will read them. And if he doesn't read them, then I haven't wasted a tremendous amount of time preparing the filing. I've written a blog post on this, and I'll put it in the description below.